Okay, I'm kind of putting myself out on a limb here, but energy work. I feel like this is wanted to authentically come oh my god. What wanted to authentically come out today is something that I would have liked to see during my process, and I still have not really seen too much of, is more of these spiritual abilities that people gain access to, and you see much more people starting to come out and speaking light language or working with energy, doing Reiki, and they teach you this, but I feel so awkward trying to do something like this when I'm trying to learn it. It's not coming naturally to me. I'm not feeling it. I don't know if I'm just faking it. It sounds super silly. It looks super silly. Like, I just feel like I'm making it up in my head because I'm kind of following the order of, what are those called? Not rules. Anyways, following lessons. So I thought I would share a real look at what practicing something like this looks like. So I've been really practicing emotional regulation as of lately, and part of that is seeing emotion as energy, emotion, energy in motion. And when you're tuning into the energy of it, you're dropping out of the head into the body, and then you can try to move the energy, accept it, give it compassion, just witness it, and then with that witnessing you can begin to move it. And so I was seeing a lot of people with light language as well, kind of moving their hands around while they talk, and you can tell it looks so in flow, and it looks real. You can tell that they're feeling it. It's energy moving through the body. So I'll show you an example of me working with the energy I feel right now in my hands. And you know, as a newbie, I don't know if this is right, but I try it anyway. So how I have been getting into it is I'll use both my hands, and then I'm trying not to think about it at all, and I just see how my hands naturally begin to move. And I have noticed that it usually goes in a pattern of like up and down or left and right, back and forth, and one hand usually moves faster than the other, and I think that's where the energy is focusing on, and the other hand, so this one's slower right now, is like helping this energy along. And I try not to judge it at all. I try not to even look at it really, because I'm turning the brain off and dropping into the body, feeling, and then as I keep going it just starts to change, and my fingers kind of fiddle around, the hands move, and this just feels normal. Like, I'm guessing that this is how my energy is moving right now. And yeah, it is a little bit frantic, and that makes sense because I did just come home from a long day of errands. But as I'm sitting with it and allowing it, it's slowing down. And then I'm sending it my unconditional love, telling it you're allowed to exist here. And it just changed. I didn't focus on thinking about it changing it, how it looks. I was just sending it love, and then this is what just feels right in my hands right now. And it feels a lot smoother, lighter. Flowy. I'm trying to just trust the process, that this is what's real coming through right now. And I'm gonna send it more love. Seems really calm. This feels good. It's in flow. It's settled down. Relaxed. I feel like once the fingers stop and there's just some type of flow like this, that's when the energy has, the like pent up structured energy has released and is now moving freely, unblocked. But like I said, I'm still just practicing and trying to learn this. I'm sure that there are still parts of it that I am making up in my head, or I'm like forcing my body to move in that way a little bit. But I do find that when I first started out, it was very awkward, and it did feel forced. But as I'm practicing, it's a practice really in letting go of control, because you can't control this. You're tapping into this. So I'm letting go and feeling and learning how to trust the body and learning to listen to the body and have the body show me, rather than the other way around where I'm creating everything from the mind. And I do feel like I'm getting somewhere. It looks different than it used to when I first started. Curious if you've practiced this, or with light language or Reiki or any other modalities, and I think it's just a good message that we need to be okay being beginners again, and we also need to trust in our sovereignty and our divine power, because all of us have these abilities innately. Some need to practice to remember them. Some it just comes back. The veil has lifted. I don't know, maybe some will go their whole life without gaining access to a certain ability again, and that's what they agreed to before they incarnated. But yeah, let me know if you've been trying as well and how it feels for you, and let's all be okay being beginners again and looking silly and acting weird, but don't let that stop you from trying.